How is this even real? I have a variety of updates for you in this video, so let's get right into it. But if you're new here, or if you haven't done so yet, you certainly want to make sure to hit that subscribe button right down below the video so you can be eligible for these $1,000 giveaways, just like what I released a few hours ago earlier today. And of course, so that I can keep you updated every single day with all of this information that is changing very rapidly. So again, thank you so much for joining me. If you haven't done so yet, make sure to hit the subscribe button right down below the video, and more of those $1,000 giveaways will be coming soon. Hint, hint. All right, thank you so much. I really do appreciate it. Let's get into it and talk about a variety of updates that I have for you right here in this video. So let's quickly talk about the new COVID situation and where we currently stand. Now, this is something that I've been bringing to you just about every day here lately, simply because it is a very unique situation that we're in right now, because cases are through the roof. Like, we are headed toward the moon and beyond when it comes to COVID cases. So we are once again reaching new records across the board. Even the new daily average is above the old daily average that we saw last time several months ago. So as you can tell here, we are really far above where the previous case counts were actually several months ago when we were back at these levels once again. So in yesterday's video, I told you that we hit 441,000 new cases in one day alone. That's massive. Well, just today alone in New York, cases reached 67,000. The previous record was 44,000. So massive increase once again just in the state of New York. Other areas like Washington, D.C., again, major outbreaks. Ohio, California, Texas, Florida, Illinois, a number of other states. These are some of the big ones that are happening right now. So again, massive cases coming in right now. And ultimately, according to what the experts are saying, it's likely going to continue at this trajectory for a long time, for several more weeks. So we could be into this for quite a while for now. So ultimately, please stay safe out there. Wow, what a mess we have gotten ourselves into, or whatever you want to say. I mean, it's just an absolute mess right now. So unbelievable with everything going on. So let me tell you also about some major cancellations that are coming in. So again, another 2,200 flights canceled today. So since the weekend, they've already canceled over 7,000 flights just in the last 6 days or so. That's a lot of flights. Prior to just the last 6 or so days, when was the last time that we heard massive cancellations of flights? It's been a very long time, probably early 2020 when we saw all the closures and cancellations and everything like that. So kind of interesting how all of a sudden here we are, and just a few days ago, we started seeing these cancellations come in, and now we're seeing cancellations in the thousands every single day since the first ones just rolled out a few days ago. Kind of interesting, right? Something we got to watch very closely. Also, for those of you, really quick note here, that reached out on that last video I posted a few hours ago about those 33 cities, localities, counties, states that are offering these guaranteed basic income or basic income payments. Hey, I've been reading through your comments on that one. I get it. I know it's frustrating. I've seen some comments reaching out saying, this is great. It's a nice list, but you know what? My area is not included. Yeah, you know what? That's unfortunately how some of these programs work, is right now, that is the current list. However, as I mentioned in that video, I guarantee it, there will be more of these guaranteed basic income programs and basic income programs popping up here over the coming weeks and months. I guarantee it. There will be more of these programs popping up. So as I said in that video, I will continue to keep you updated as we do get more information on those. And of course, I really hope that we can help you take advantage of some of these programs and these benefits that are encompassed within them. Because as you read through that list and you listen to it, you can see some of these programs sending out $500, $1,000, $850, $600 per month for long periods of time, right? 12 months, 24 months, 5 years in some cases. Amazing. So anyway, I will keep you posted on any more of those programs as we do get them. Also, one other quick side note, for those of you that watched that video earlier as well on the $1,000 giveaway, amazing. Thank you so much for all the nice comments. I've been trying to read through as many as I can. Honestly, there's about 2,000 or more comments on that video, so there's a lot of comments. I'm trying to do my best to keep up on those, reading them. Yeah, a lot of really nice comments. So again, thank you so much for being part of this community. Absolutely amazing. Make sure to subscribe down below if you haven't done so that you can be eligible for the upcoming $1,000 giveaways, and I'll have more of those coming here relatively soon. Again, little hint there, continue to stay posted. All right, let's continue on with some more updates here. So I just came across another report a short time ago, and this one is showing that in the last 2 months, 36% of Americans went into debt, not only to pay for holiday gifts, but yes, to pay for the necessities of life. The things that we talk about here many times on the channel, food on the table, utilities, gas in the car, clothes on your back, shoes on your feet, whatever else it takes, the necessities. I mean, you know what that encompasses, right? All the things that we need for life. So just in the last couple months here, 36% of Americans, so over 1/3 of us Americans, went into debt on average $1,249 just in the last couple months here. So kind of going the wrong way here. And unfortunately, here's what's happening. The vast majority of people are either floating this on a credit card, which, can be kind of a tough situation because if you aren't able to make the payments, that interest stacks up really fast, right? When it's 19.5% or 23% or whatever it is on credit cards, it ranges, of course, but it can add up very, very fast, right? But that's one way that people are paying for all of this. But as well, they're also doing this buy now and pay later strategy, again, which can also be kind of a tough situation when all of a sudden you need to pay later and, don't have the money. You know what I mean? So, that's what a lot of people are doing right now. It's this new buy now, pay later kind of thing. And the reports have been out saying, watch out for these. These may come back to get us at some point in the future. So if you've been using these, again, I totally get it. We got to do what we can right now to float some of these balances going forward so that we can actually pay for them at some point and get the things that we need. But basically all I'm saying is please be careful. You know what I mean? It can be really tough. Even credit cards, totally tough. Paying interest on a credit card is not a fun situation. Trust me on that one. Been there, done that. Not a fun thing to do, right? That interest adds up very, very fast. So anyway, that is just another report that I saw coming out right now. Once again, just pointing out how low-income individuals, once again, are struggling to get by right now, floating balances on cards and doing whatever we can to make sure that we're getting the things that we need, but yet, trying to do what we can to pay for it in such a way that kind of defers those payments out into the future sometime. All right, so let's quickly talk about another report here, and this one comes out of Goldman Sachs. So if you're not aware of who this is, Goldman Sachs is a huge investment bank over on the East Coast. Massive, like a huge bank, billions and billions of dollars. So very, very powerful. They know what they're doing, right? It'd be awesome to be within Goldman Sachs. They have a lot of money in their control, billions and billions of dollars, hundreds of billions of dollars. So they know what they're talking about. When Goldman Sachs speaks, you probably want to listen because they know what they're doing. But anyway, Goldman Sachs was out with a statement and basically called on inflation going into 2022 and said that this is going to likely overshoot the whole situation because remember, we've been hearing the Federal Reserve Chairman Jerome Powell come out and say, oh, don't worry, inflation is transitory. In other words, short-lived. No, sorry, it's not. In fact, as a result of the last FOMC meeting, a lot of people were coming out saying, okay, the Fed needs to drop this whole transitory verbiage. It's not allowed anymore. It's not transitory. They need to drop this and they need to say it's not transitory. It's long term. Well, Goldman Sachs was out and saying it's likely going to overshoot as far as inflation. In other words, unfortunately, it's going to continue to get worse before it gets better. And this is exactly what we've been seeing from quite a few reports here over the last few months, where these reports are coming out saying, yeah, unfortunately, inflation is likely going to continue running very, very hot, at least for the first half of 2022, possibly the first 3 quarters of 2022, and maybe start to wane maybe in the 3rd quarter or 4th quarter of 2022. So this is not what we want to hear right now going forward, especially as we've been seeing some of these inflation numbers coming out recently at the highest numbers that we've seen in about 40 years on some of these readings. Let me give you a quick example. The most recent personal consumption expenditures came in at 5.7%. To give you a benchmark of what they actually want to be at, the Federal Reserve wants to be at 2%. It came in at 5.7% as of the last reading about a week ago. That's really hot, right? So what, almost 3 times where they actually want to be? They want to be at 2% and it came at 5.7. That's almost 3 times what they actually want to be at. That's huge. That's way hot. Also, the CPI number, this is the Consumer Price Index. This is the one that also tracks inflation. The last reading for November came in at 6.8%. So again, huge, right? So they want to run inflation at about 2%. The benchmark on inflation for the Federal Reserve is usually around 2 to 3%, generally around more like 2%. But they're running really, really hot. As you can see, way above where they actually want to be. So according to these economists, Goldman Sachs, and all of these other reports that we've seen, they continue to say that likely this inflation will continue to run very hot, at least into the first half of 2022 and possibly beyond. So we're going to be in this for a while here. And as I've talked about here in the last couple of videos even, food prices are set to go up from the manufacturers right after the new year. So oh, wow. It's unbelievable. So not only are we seeing inflation across all of these products and everything going on out there, but we're also seeing the manufacturers just, arbitrarily raising prices as well. So what happens then? It's going to flow on to the retailers, as in the grocery stores. And guess what they need to do? They need to pass those prices on to us, the consumer, because they have to maintain their margins as well so that they can stay in business, right? So ultimately, it all comes back on us. That's how it always works, right? The consumers are the ones who brunt the whole, pretty much everything. All of the price increases, everything like that, it's all put onto the shoulders of the consumer. And unfortunately, that's always us. The people right now struggling to get by, and here we are trying to pay more on everything because that's what's happening, right? With the whole supply chain issues, all of these container ships that are still anchored off of the West Coast. As of last time that I looked, it looked like there was still about 100 ships anchored off the coast, even though that they said this whole supply chain issue is straightened out. Really? Yeah, kind of interesting, right? But anyway, these are the updates and the reports that I have for you as of right now. Again, I want to come back, let you know what's actually going on right now. I'll continue doing research and do whatever I possibly can to help you out through this time. I usually like to make at least one video throughout the day and just give you just a broad kind of variety pack type of update and let you know what is going on with all of this kind of weird updates that I have for you. These reports, all of these statements, anything else that's going on, a video like this. So again, I hope that you can find some value in this, but please remember, I'm here to help out in any way that I can, keep you updated with everything going on, to continue to act as your one and only daily advocate, doing anything I possibly can to be here for you, help you kind of navigate this very difficult time. But as I find more information, as we get more information, as we get more statements, anything out of Congress, lawmakers, the president, or anything else, statements, reports, anything else that's going on, don't worry, I'll continue to be right here by your side every single day with all that information and these reports so that you can stay tuned with everything going on. So again, thank you so much for joining me. I really do appreciate it. Subscribe down below so you can be eligible for these ongoing $1,000 giveaways. And again, if you didn't catch the last couple times I said it in this video, there will be another one coming soon. That's your little hint. So continue to stay watching for that one. I'm not sure when I'm going to release that one yet. Honestly, I haven't made the video, so when I do make that video, of course, I'll post it right away. That's what I usually do. When I make a video, I pretty much just publish it right away. So this one I'm recording, and it'll be published here in about 15 minutes. So my videos are almost like live streams because they're so fresh, literally. So anyway, hope you're having a nice day. Subscribe down below. Share this video with your friends, family, social media. Go back and check out that video from earlier today talking about the $1,000 right now. And be sure to leave a comment on that video because I do have a history of going back in and drawing even more people after the initial winners are drawn. So just another little pro tip, since you're still watching, I'll let you know what I typically do. And I don't always announce those when I go in and do them. I don't always come back and say, hey, I just picked more people. A lot of times I just do it, and then it's just kind of little under-the-radar business going on. So if you haven't checked that video out, make sure to go back over there and check it out so you can get your hands on some of that cash. So anyway, thanks again for watching this. Subscribe down below, share the video, and go back and check out some of the other 2,000 videos right here on the channel, and I'll catch you again later in the next one. Enjoy. I'll see you again soon.